do you think I should wear?
You look good right now.
Just topless?
Yeah. I don't know if he's like a cool guy that wants to just be casual the whole time.
Yeah, I don't want to try and be too like smart. I'm a little bit more concerned about the questions. I just don't want it to be another boring interview for him, you know?
Yeah.
I've only got two
what?
SD cards. I've got a whole thing of them.
Yeah, what happened to that little black?
Yeah, the little case. So weird, literally.
How much time do we have?
We can spend it out, really. Literally my calendar's saying anything now. Oh yeah, there we go.
Do you know how much he's worth?
No. Do you?
200 million, 250 million on books.
That's nice. I was hanging with Oprah the other day. She's worth
Right. Well, Peter, catch up.
Oh. Obviously, he's like, what's this interview I'm doing? Who's this dude?
We are late for a guy whose time is worth more than your life.
we still might be okay. I think this is my first Uber pickup truck.
Yeah?
Yeah. I love it. Be cool if we could jump on the back. It says we're going to arrive at 12:59.
And what time's the interview?
1. So you were going to get there early. Thanks, Uber.
See you guys.
However you guys need to set up.
Is this his desk?
He has many desks.
Oh my gosh, like walking on a treadmill. I need to get over there.
Maybe that's how you should do the interview.
Should we? But we just both go for a walk. Yes, right.
Oh my god.
Hey guys, welcome to a very special day. I'm here with Peter Diamandis and we are having hopefully a really exciting conversation about this new book that he's just released and a lot about his life and his thoughts on the world. Hearing your views on the world and experiences leaves me feeling really hopeful, and I think I share your optimism for life in the world. What I've noticed in society, especially the younger generation, there's a lot of depression and a lot of anxiety about the state of the world, and media really, pumping this message that the whole world's collapsing, and there's elements of that that's true, but can you talk a bit about the hope you have for the world right now?
So I think that there's never been a more incredible time to be alive. And people who sort of are jonesing for the old days forget that life used to be short and brutish and it was about survival. For most of human history, we just basically survived. Like, where do I get food tomorrow? Where can I get shelter? Can I get water? My kid is sick. I have no idea what to do. And it was brutal. And it's just now, really, the last 50 years, 40 years, 30 years that we can start to, watch content like this and learn and aspire. And it's like we're living in a time where if you really want to solve a problem, you can. We're more empowered than ever before. And the challenge becomes that there are two major challenges that are screwing with people's minds. The first challenge is that as we were evolving in the savannas of Africa, our brain developed an early warning sensor called the amygdala. It's on both sides of our brain and our temporal lobes, and scans everything you see and everything you hear for negative news. And if you see negative news, it puts you on red alert because it would save your life back 100,000 years ago. Today, it just gets you pissed off and bothered. And the news media uses this fact that we pay 10 times more attention to negative news than positive news to deliver your eyeballs to their advertisers. And that's their business. And they're in the advertising business. That's how that's how newspapers and radios and TVs make their money. And so if you're paying more attention to negative news, they'll feed you negative news. Good news networks fail. And so we're manipulated in this regard. I'm not saying the negative news isn't true. It's that there's no balanced view of the extraordinary stuff going on in the rest of the world. I mean, it's amazing. And so that's the first manipulation. And so I have basically stopped watching the news, right? I'll watch some small amount of news, or I'll get it filtered by my Google filters. I've actually created an AI machine learning program that searches the world's information and filters it for me on positive incentive, convergent exponential technologies on industries I care about. And we'll be releasing that sometime next year. But at the end of the day, that's the first thing. The second thing going on that's playing people's minds is that, and it's the title of this book, that the world is moving so fast that people don't understand. And people are fearful of what they don't understand. And so people will become fearful of the future because they have no idea, am I going to be relevant? Is my job still going to be there? Will I be at the top or the bottom? Whatever. And so there's fear. And so this negative news and this fear of change and the unknown is really playing with us because our brains were never evolved to live at this rate of speed. And so ultimately, my personal mission is how do I help entrepreneurs create a hopeful, compelling, and abundant future for themselves and for humanity. Right? I think people need to have a hopeful future because they need to have hope. I mean, we're a hope-driven species. It has to be compelling that they love what they could do and where they could be. And then an abundant future is one where the tide is rising for everybody. I define scarcity as if I have a pie and you want some slices, that means I get less. In an abundant future, it's like, screw that, we're going to bake more pies. Have as many as you want. And so I think that that's really a lot of where we're going.
I need to get one of these to work. This would be so good. Because I've got the standing desk thing, but I barely ever use it.
Yeah.
I think it'd be probably hard to work at this speed.
Don't kill yourself.
Is this the office you work out of?
Yeah, this is the office I work out of, and of course there's my tribute to Star Trek, which was a major sort of incentive. For me, the Apollo program showed us what was possible, and then that scientific documentary called Star Trek showed us where we were going. And so I'm a space cadet. This is the Soyuz rocket that I've been to Kazakhstan for launch and landing. I took some of my friends up into space.
Have you been to space?
I've not been to space yet. I've been in zero G a lot. This is a really proud moment. I had a beautiful session with Bill Clinton, which was just joyful. 3D printing. I've been watching the 3D printing technology. This is my brain. It's it's a digital MRI of my brain. It's not full size. it's half size. And here's being scanned and so forth. And then here's another version of my brain with all of the space stuff coming out of it.
This is shows like an imagery of what your brain's thinking about.
Yeah, of course. Here's Yoda. This is fun. This is a 3D scan of my body and then 3D printed. This is a normal styrofoam cup that was put on one of Jim Cameron's dives down the Marianas Trench, and it got crushed down in size to this size. Yeah.
That's from just the pressure of the being underwater.
Yeah.
Wow.
My kids, Dax and Jet. This is Robert Heinlein, who is one of my favorite science fiction authors. I won the Heinlein Prize, and here is the sword.
I did spot this sword.
Yeah. So.
Can I hold the sword?
Yeah. This is a sword called Lady Vivimus. I got a $500,000 check, gold medallion, and the sword.
Wow.
And it was a prize for space entrepreneurship. I got the first one. 5 years later, Elon got the second one, and then Jeff Bezos got the third one. So that was good company. Some of the vehicles I've traveled in. This is my zero-G airplane. I didn't travel in that one yet. But
this is the ones that they film all those movies in when they're floating
around. Yeah. Your community is exactly the kind of community that would love to hear about this.
So this is a consumer, like people can buy.
Yeah, it's $5,000 a seat.
Yeah.
And it's a full day experience, and you go up. You're trained in the morning. And then you do 15 parabolas. The first couple are Martian, where you weigh a third of your weight. How much do you weigh, roughly? 180?
Like 180, yeah.
Yeah, so you'd weigh 60 pounds on Mars. And then you do a few lunar parabolas, And so you weigh 30 pounds on the moon. You can do back flips and front flips, one-arm push-ups. And then you do a dozen zero-G prop lifts where you're just floating. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be so great.
Anyway, so
Do you think you'll go to space, like
100%.
outside of?
I've got my ticket to go up on the Virgin Galactic, and as soon as I can, it's $50 million to go to orbit right now, which is kind of
So
a
orbit's
lot.
like the space where the space station is, right?
Yeah.
It's not just like a high altitude.
No, it's going around the planet versus just up and straight down.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll go.
You think in the next 10 years?
Oh yeah, I hope I'll go on a Virgin Galactic flight in the next 2 years.
Do you think I will go to space?
If you want to.
I do really want it, yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Great.
Yeah, no question.
That's my bucket list. That's my number one bucket list.
Yeah?
I'm like, go to space. Okay, sick.
Awesome.
Thanks so much, Peter.
You're welcome.
It's been amazing.
You're welcome.
Guys, if you enjoyed some of those snippets from the interview, we've got the full length, which I think is over an hour, on the Social Good Club YouTube channel. I'll put it top link in the description below. Go and check it out. There was lots more to learn from. Also, guys, if you want to check out Peter's new book that he's released, I'm going to link that in the description as well. And I'll see you next time. Peace out, enjoy life, and live the adventure. Boom.